Gotta use the washroom before we start. Ugh. All right, I'm here. Am I too loud also? Sorry, my audio, my mic might be coming a little hot. Yep. Okay, hopefully that's slightly better. Test. I don't like how close it is to the top. Test. Now it looks like it's not high enough. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. That is going good. I can see my lovely chat. Let me pull it up. Bang, and then bang. Oh, we got Red and Fluff in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Red specifically and Fluff. Check this. I gotta turn my mic down again. When I start getting into talk mode, I start realizing, oh, that's how my natural voice is shouting, which is shitty. But, ladies and gentlemen, check out this. Look at me. Look how cozy and bundled up I am. Look at this. I am wearing 2 sweaters, all right? If you guys don't know, Canada's going through a cold spell, and by God, is it cool? I need to get up in order to get this off. Oh, dude. Oh, whose idea was it to wear a pullover? Oh. Okay. Are we ready for games? Oh man, I want to say Fable, but a part of me is like, don't say Fable. But I really want to see Fable. I really want to see Avowed. That's the thing I'm mainly like, holy shit. I can't wait. Avowed looks rad. Well, what we've seen of it looks rad. Also, dude, I just seen, man, everyone's been, I'm popping off right now. Hey, you know what I get annoyed by, man? I really enjoy. I used to like really have the ambition to one day have like early access to a video game and how cool that would be. To be able to like play a game for a week straight, have a bunch of content pre-made for it, and as soon as it's released, it just gives you everything. Like you could give your audience everything that they were going to ask for or maybe want. Such a good idea, such a fun thing. But now as time goes on, man, after seeing like so many people play Palewind. It is a Pale World or Pal World. I like Pale World for whatever reason. Yeah, I fucking am like, God damn it! It's I've seen the same tutorial level 100 times. You know what I mean? It's like this weird thing. This weird thing where I'm like, I want to play it at the same time. I kind of get frustrated because it does kind of zap. Like, why the fuck showcase the tutorial so much? I'm frozen in time. Trapped in this. Did it? No, I fucked up. Why can't it? There we go. And it's starting doing that again. I don't know why it's starting to do that. We went like a long time without it ever having that lockup state, but hopefully we can get by it. Hopefully. Maybe it's when there's like a lot of movement. Also, I should put this gun away. Fluff says, must be nice. What must be nice? Is it the cold or the fact that people get the game early? See, to me, like, I don't know, getting the game early is fine. One, I don't see a lot of people usually make use of it. Like, hey, these are the questions that people are going to ask. It's always just like, here's my first impressions of early access, which I think is fine. I'm not trying to gaslight or shit on all these people. But I do think it'd be cool to be like, these are the questions you're going to get day one as soon as you jump into Palewind. This is how the crafting works. This is how this works. You don't want to spend 20 minutes reading a tutorial? Well, guess what? Here's a video of me just showing you what the hell you do in the best instance in which you do it. Bang. You want to know how to capture Pokemon? This is the system at hand. You kill them, you do enough damage, you get a Pokeball, you throw it at them, get them, knock it dead. Good. How do you set up a manufacturing place within your base? This is how you do it. It's simple as this. Done. Like, instead, it's like a person being like, Pokemon with guns. And I'm like, I get it, but it's like the 5th video I've seen of people being like, Pokemon with guns. By the way, guys, I'm so excited for Palewind. The more gameplay I see of it, the more I'm like, I was wanting a cozy game. Got like a Minecraft-esque vibe that we could kind of all sink into. And with the game being early access and with it seemingly looking pretty good, as far as like the connection looks stable, there's stuff for you to do. I think it's like the business model of it makes sense that it could continue to add like a new Pokemon and a new Pokemon and a new game mode maybe and a new like manufacturing thing. Like if I hope it has the legs or the development cycle that Ark Survival Evolved did, which is a lot. Also, it should be time. Does this not auto play when it's doing it? There we go.
And the depth and breadth of choice that you
Sorry,
get with
guys.
an RPG.
Wait.
Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian.
Sorry, guys. We're gonna be a little bit behind. It's fine. We're watching this together as a community. Sorry, guys. I thought, what the fuck? Why didn't it autoplay? Let me know if it's not loud enough. Xbox Game Direct, where they showcase long-form gameplay trailers and shit for us. Yeah. Alrighty. That looks kind of tiny, but it's fine. What's good, Fluff? Fluff and Red and Raid. By the way, hi. This is my own little world for a minute. I'm trying to vent to you guys. Ooh, back pain. Just so that guy got an ass on him. You see that? Goddamn cheeks. Good thing I get out maybe too a little loud. It's getting a little too spicy. Good thing I got the anti-slip shoes for work. There's 2 gamer subs arrived too. Ooh, that's pretty good. So it's cold as hell for you guys too. Snow once it's only just started to melt. So yeah, slush is the worst. I'd rather have cold. No. We're getting unprecedented cold. Ooh, we're getting Avowed. First thing, Avowed. Hit me with it. This is why I'm here, to be honest. All the other ones, I'm like, okay, Hellblade, sure, good.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague.
It's 18 degrees Fahrenheit last night. Whew.
At the heart of the living lands.
Ooh, it looks so pretty.
At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with
doesn't look like too Skyrim-y, you know what I mean? You don't want to play the same thing.
Reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other.
Lovely.
It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible.
It looks way more like
Morrowind. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world.
I feel like Morrowind had like an alien look to it, you know?
Our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types.
What are you?
It's not just hacking and slashing.
Okay.
You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities powerful melee attacks.
We're reacting live. We'll just go back. Sorry, guys. I know you've seen this.
Develop the flexible
Sorry.
combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat.
I didn't hear. Let me go back. I want to hear all this. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I'd just get into it like immediately.
It comes to great time getting to know those secrets and
Sorry.
leaving your mark on the
Sorry.
world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best.
Oh,
of
you
the
can, like, parry
moment-to-moment
with a
fun
wand?
that comes with action-oriented gameplay.
Ooh, the
and
dodge
depth
back
and
is
breadth
nice.
of choice that you get with an RPG.
Dual wielding wands?
Here to talk more about Avowed's
Flintlocks?
combat
Very
is
cool.
Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian,
Thus far, the combat looks
our
more
team's
like
overarching goal is to empower
movement
you with
based.
choice.
Like the fact you can
we
lunge
developed
around
a
is
flexible
weird.
combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give
Weird.
you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to
It
play
looks so
from
good.
moment to moment,
Just the
uninterrupted.
spiritual
For all
block.
battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical
So everyone's
advantages
kinda like a spell
against
sword type
wide
vibe.
range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
it looks way more.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity
Surprised how
to
varied
focus
the,
on
like,
weaker or
spells
tougher
look. Like you're
combatants
pulling
in an
people towards
intentional
you.
and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutally difficult, and others you must make
enemies,
sure you prioritize.
I'm not sure
or their
about.
healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat.
All the weapons look very
That means
different.
You can play however you want.
Sweet.
Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range.
Ooh.
Or even dual
Can you like
wield wands
unload?
to feel like a gunslinging mage.
All right, that I'm all,
You can
dude.
use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies.
They show so many
and then
gameplay
use
loops,
your
and then you
offhand
just see a
weapon's
wizard
power
pop it
attack
off,
to
and you're like,
shatter
why would I
them.
want to play anything else? Ooh, you can
We've worked
shatter
hard
people.
to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how
Whenever
to
someone
build
talks
and
with a permanent
progress
smile, it's
their
kinda weird.
envoy in the world
Okay.
of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third
Oblivion-
region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands.
It's beautiful.
As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us.
Ooh,
Manu, Kiri, Naoki,
lizard man.
me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here,
Ooh, companion
my
maybe.
badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice
What's
isn't
good
always
like a
what it
throat?
seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
Just the two of us, but the
My squad
three
and
of
I
us on
rested in the cave
YouTube
by
as
the
well.
pool last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else.
Every enemy looks kind of
I
rough.
can't face those monsters
Or-
alone. But I
Yeah.
have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud.
You forgot this
So
game
what did he tell
existed?
you?
I
That
didn't.
Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it?
I'll make a
not my
save. Figure it out.
No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest.
That's why we drop a save.
Creating an immersive
And don't
experience
pick
like
the path
Avowed
that's the
is
best
anchored in
ending.
the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual
What is game? This
style.
is Avowed.
From
This is made by the same people who made
outset,
Fallout
we
New
knew that
Vegas,
we wanted
which
Avowed
is one of my
setting
favorite games.
to feel rich, weird, and wonderful.
Love it. Weird.
We found
Yes,
inspiration
dwarves!
in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting
It's so
the
colorful.
vibrant with
It
the
does
dull,
look cartoony
more
in times,
verdant spaces
but
with
I like it.
sickly ones, we can better deliver complex
It's like Morrowind
emotional
and Baldur's Gate had a
experiences
baby.
for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special
Look at
things
that guy's
associated
stash.
with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of
There's
color.
a heat wave thing going
By
on.
transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand,
It looks great.
and marching in towards a beautiful oasis.
That water, dude.
There's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed.
It looks-
We're thrilled to share more.
it looks
about
good,
the
but then
game
it looks
in the coming
cartoony in
months,
moments.
and
Like, the
we can't
stylization
wait
is there
you
for
to
sure.
explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
I'm into it. I'm really surprised by the combat. Like, the combat seems way more mobility heavy, kind of like Doom or like some sort of, like, you know what I mean? That like hyper mobility. Like, you can cook like four feet away if you want. I was not expecting that. Like, a lot of Skyrim's engagements, were like right on top of each other. This one seems like you can be like, fuck you. Oh, that's a fire as fuck looking. Are we like an undead? That'd be a cool story. I don't know if that's the case. I'm buying it day one. I'm in fall 2024. Okay. It's a little bit away. You know. I don't know if they said it free on Game Pass. I'm sure they probably said something at the beginning of the presentation of like free day one Game Pass, but maybe not. Probably it's on Game Pass, not day one, because they're doing that stupid shit with these high anticipated games. Ninja Theory. I'll be honest, guys. The more time that goes on that we don't get this game, the more I'm disinterested in it. I don't know why. And I say that as a person who thought that it looked always awesome, but it's been such a long time about like, yes, woman crazy, all that, yeah.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an
Who's gonna Rasta?
unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world.
Just waiting for
and her
Hades
battle
2.
for
You
survival,
might get it. I'm not
where
sure
we
actually
have
if
once
it's coming out
again
this one.
combined high
I don't know who
fidelity
makes it.
and
I don't know
immersive
if it'll be
presentation
Xbox's thing. Maybe.
with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
But we've taken like 3 years to launch this game. Despite we've announced it. This game seems like very much a game that continues to be like, what if we do more? What if we do this as well? And then like the marketer's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Everyone looks
Little
beautiful.
by little, this settlement became my tribe.
Hellblade shows you
In the
that you can
game,
be covered in
Senua
dirt and
arrives
still
in
be
10th
hot.
Century Iceland,
Okay.
on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as
You're gonna get this one,
faithful
Lycanthrope?
to history as we can up to a point.
I never got to play the first one, but I always had the
Establishing a
anticipation to do it
solid
one day.
framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope.
Even if it's not on
And
Steam, that's
she'll
huge.
discover, along with
That's
us,
heavy.
how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Yeah, I get you, Ross. They're ready to take a long, like a delayed
Senua
game
is a
has the
Celtic
potential to be
warrior who
good.
experiences psychosis.
I also think it's
Seeing
creative
things
people
that other
needing to
people
get
don't,
like
hearing
leveled a little
voices, and
bit
having
because
unique beliefs
you
about
eventually
the
have to
world
finish
around
something.
her.
You know what I
To bring
mean?
Senua's perspective of the world to life
I feel
in
like
a
this game
truthful
is
way,
in the
we
like
have once
process
again
of being
worked
like,
closely
but what
with
if we do
Professor
this as
Paul
well?
Fletcher
And okay, no,
at
let's
the
rework the whole
University of
story.
Cambridge,
And then the guy
as
who's
well as
like,
people with
we're $1
lived
million
experience
in
of
debt. Like, what the
psychosis.
fuck is happening? You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
Because sometimes something taking longer doesn't mean it's better. It means
Players
their
will find
direction
themselves traversing
is just
beautiful
shit.
and hostile
You know,
environments,
like the manager
seeking
is shit in the
answers from
bed.
patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
But maybe it all compound with this game. This game is just gonna be fire as hell. But I don't know if it needed like 5 years. Maybe I think it's more than that. I think it's like 8 years or something of development.
On
You know what I
Saga,
mean?
we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make
But I did
this
think they
fight
get
feel
bought by
different from the
Microsoft. So
previous
Microsoft
fight?
just injected a shit ton of money and
We
said,
have
like, make it
audio
better.
combat for the
Like, okay.
sequel.
I will say, I love how
One of
every
our
time
key
she
goals
strikes, she like
was the ability to
screams.
actually tell a story throughout
We always
it.
see like our main character fight silently
It does feel very
without having
different
oxygen in
from
his
the
lungs.
first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey.
I feel
We want
bad.
the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of
Melt your
immersion
CPU.
to help suspend your
Okay.
disbelief
Or GPU.
and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears. These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is
What's going
perfect
cover?
for this because through headphones, you surround
He looks like
yourself
me?
in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices
He's way more
that
handsome.
Senua listens
Okay.
in her head.
He also
In
has a
this
much
game,
softer,
through a
gentler
spatial audio
voice.
technology and some extra little things within the game. There is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized.
It's a charming
around you, and
accent.
it's a very beautiful experience.
I don't really know. Yeah.
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the
I like the
music, we
soundtrack
are
a lot.
working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them.
Yeah.
We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to
Drummers always just
something
look
really
hilarious.
special.
'Cause
We
they're
are also
popping off.
working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own purists. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
ASMR bad.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua Saga.
What if like
Hellblade
it's coming
2,
out
is to not
today,
only
which is what everyone was
see
hoping that
where
we'd get one of
Senua
those, like
goes
Hi-Fi
next,
Rush.
but to deliver
I don't know
something
if we will.
really meaningful
Hopefully.
for our
I think
players.
we might.
My hope is that they
It went
will
well
really
for them last
connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Her eyes are so blue.
I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way, I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and
That's cute. It's very
we
nice.
are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm
He's so
proud
sweet.
of the
I love
love,
him.
care, and
He
passion
seems great.
Our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Oh, May 21st. Okay. That's still, I think that's, how far away is that? I think it's like 3 or 4 months, 5 months? I think it's quite a bit. But anyways, yeah, I still don't know what the premise is. If she has, like, I know she has schizophrenia or something equivalent like that. When they were pitching the story way back in the day, where they're like, yeah, you're playing a person who, like, what would it be like if somebody had, like, a mental disorder, but in, like, old times? Like, they have no idea how to diagnose it. They just come across, or they feel like they're, like, some sort of spiritual thing. But I don't know if they ever cross over to, like, well, no, she also is special. Like, she's fighting literal giants. Like, is it like, oh, you're in a mythos where, like, this world has giants and like, minotaurs and shit. But also, let's explore the presence of a mental thing in there, you know? I don't know. But I don't know if it's like, does she have actual access to, like, spirits? Or is it literally like, no, she's just a psychotic, like a crazy person, basically, back in the day with no help, just kind of managing.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series.
Oh, people were talking about Square
here
Enix.
at Square Enix.
Yeah.
聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて
Vision of
大
Mana.
変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる
It was the first
聖
installment of
剣
a
伝
console
説シリー
game
ズの完
in
全
the
新作
mainline Mana
聖
series
剣伝説シリ
title.
ーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕
Ooh,
生して
Final
以
Fantasy
降
back in
マナ
1991
と聖剣を
venture.
めぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち
Quirky cast characters.
心に響く楽曲の数々武器の特
Memorable
性を生かして
music.
戦うアクション
Weapon-based
RPG
battle
として
system.
これまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました
Okay, a lot of titles. Got it. A
本
lot of
作は
experience.
30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるためこれまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中ですフィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる
Cute. Kinda like
色彩
small.
豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います
I love the style so much.
シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています
Ooh. Do you have a little
今
companion?
回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います
Guy looks epic. Guy
Hello,
looks next
I'm
level.
Koichi Shi from GRINN. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players.
It's hilarious that he
初期
makes
の
those
頃から
colorful
シリーズ作
childlike
品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したも
Looks
の
like
で
a
す。
fucking vampire.
中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むかデザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを
Okay.
監修する立場でプロジェクトに
We
参加
can't
しました。
control the monsters, like tame them, no?
聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いてこれまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ
Adorable little
可愛い
critters.
だけではなく
You know, I kind of feel bad
恐ろしさの部
slaughtering
分も
them.
しっかり
Jeez.
と表現できているのでバトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで
The combat looks
聖剣
weirdly
伝説
difficult.
シリーズに
You
は
know what I mean?
空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが今作には
At least he's not
広大な
wearing
フィ
a
ールド
suit.
探
I
検に
hate
欠か
suit.
せない
I
新
hate
た
the
な仲間が
suit
登場します
jacket, but then like the normal shirt underneath. I hate that look. It's such a hallmark in the
ピッ
gaming
クルも
like
石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっ
floofy
ては
dog.
今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠
Adorable
然
enough
と
to
し
be a
た
mascot
思い
for
が
the
ありました
game. I felt like
その上
5
で
times.
ヨークシャテリアの
Oh,
毛
let
並
me
み
coffee.
見た目ア
Some
ル
more
バジル
coffee.
によく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできてそれぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら足の長さや丸
I
まっ
wish
た
every
時
game
のイ
had
メ
the
ージが
stylization to it,
ゲ
man.
ームの中での見
Maybe
え
not the
方も
cute,
考えながら
cute angle,
調
but
整を重ねていき ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は
It is hilarious how they're showing Hellblade, which is like violent and brutal.
様々なコンポー
And
ザ
they're
ー
showing
が
this.
携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が
Looking
感
for both
じられつ
sides.
つも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。
Music
でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。
100 total songs. Woo. Golly.
新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが効いてある様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Guys, am I the only one who feels like I want this game, but like slightly different? You know what I mean? But like the world, like the bug-like cute creatures, they're okay. I don't mind that part. I would be fine with that.
アクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
But if I could like design my own character and then like go and explore this RPG world, but it's like a linear story, yeah,
武器での攻
it looks
撃だけで
beautiful.
なく、
You know what I mean?
魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。
Like if I could take this, the world and the art style, and merge it with like Baldur's Gate,
聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいます
but I'm
が、
sure it's gonna be great. By the way, yeah.
その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手
Anime
助
like
けして
games,
くれ
yeah,
る
yeah.
ように
Well, this game
な
I
り
feel
ま
like
す。
transcends anime games. It's almost like a Ghibli cartoon kind of thing as well. I guess Ghibli is our anime as well. It just looks like a hyper style. Like I wouldn't even say this is anime necessarily. It seems more stylized, you know. But I agree that there's like, I'm not gonna be like it's not anime. I'm like there's that. Yeah, I could see that.
ピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。
It makes sense.
この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Summer? Yeah, summer 2024. Wow. But yeah, that makes sense for Xbox's roster. They don't really have any like really bright and. But yeah, what's good, Lone? Aw, shit, streaming Matt early. Not for me, but because of the Xbox Game Showcase, we just seen Avowed Lone. The movement looked crazy. Also, like the magic and the spells looking fire. The art direction is awesome, and there's moments when it's like, do I like this? Do I like what I'm looking at? Yeah, but there's that bit of hesitation sometimes because there's weird colors. But
hello, and welcome to Oxide Games.
Okay, what is this?
We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization 5.
Hi, Drake, got it.
We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love.
We can talk over this one. It's made by the Civilization devs, unless you're into that. But
Ara is an homage to historical gamers,
I'm not
strategy
quite.
gamers, 4X
Yeah.
gamers.
Man.
It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world,
Anyone here like Civ
expand your
games?
nation, govern your people, and engage with
Anyway,
your
any
rivals
of
on
them.
the international stage. But it isn't
Sims
just
does
more of
not
the same.
count. Okay.
With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office.
Ross said, listen, unless it's not unless it's Civ 8, I'm not interested. I mean, yeah.
Soundtrack and
you gotta prove yourself, maybe. Or something.
Expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement.
Wow.
It's been an amazing
Say, fuck all of you, I started this shit.
To completion. We started small.
It's like when your grandpa's at the dinner table and he's like,
questioning our design
none of this
assumptions
exists
and
without me.
prototyping out features.
Power
rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara. The
Hard
historical
pass
grand
on these
strategy
games?
game
Yeah,
that
man.
presents a
Well,
living world
it
where
sucks
you can
because, let me
rule
turn
how
down
you
this a
want
little
to
bit.
rule
Because
and
no one said
chart your
yes,
own
so I
path to
imagine we're all
becoming
kind
the
of
most
like, yeah.
prestigious
Oh,
nation
wait.
on the
No,
planet.
guys, we did good.
Ara, we knew we needed deep systems.
We did good.
with
We
outcomes that encourage
we went
exploration
back a little
and
bit
give
because your boy's impatient.
So often seen as military
Well, it's still
personnel
going,
or
but
prominent government figures.
we're gonna do that. Anyways, I seen some cool ideas with this ones, man. I seen once where they were they did this cool thing where like you could build up your base, and then your friend would like jump in and attack, and he would be like a ground trooper while you were actually like putting down pieces. The only issue is that's like a stupid high buy-in. Like it's a gnarly, crazy buy-in. Where your one person is having to like set up 1,000 sentries, and then the other guy is just one grunt soldier hoping for the best, and it was just like good idea, but horrible optimization as far as like how you're gonna make so many like audible suits to like that have different features. Like if you're an entry freeman, what is it called? You're a tiny grunt versus a big ass like mech piloting whatever. Those are two different types of gameplay loops. So good luck coding that shit. Ray says, I'm down. I'm doing fine, Lone. I just got up. Yeah, we got Red right as he was getting up. As we tend to do. We constantly get Ray nade just as he's coming up from from his eternal slumber.
Cougars, cougars.
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's
I've seen this happen twice.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy.
Well, same thing in Nightingale. They hyper aggroed the wolves, so people are getting killed by wolves and wolves and wolves.
Get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of ARA is only the beginning. We're going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play ARA and to create your own history.
Yep. Yeah, fall 2024. So if you're into that, bangarang, dude. Well, Kojima made an entire game franchise in his basement. Really? Golly. We've been modding my time at Sandra. Interesting, Red. Hopefully you'll give me an update on that. Sounds mad good. What is this? Cool interaction. Overworked devs. Machine game. Oh, this is Wolfenstein devs. Oh, this is Indiana Jones.
We are really excited to finally be able to share our work.
But I'm not really hyped on Indiana Jones. You know what I mean?
Since the first game came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure.
You just get missed by Star
Even
Wars.
Today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see
POV?
through his
Yeah.
eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard
This is like
first
Machine Gun
told us
Games
about
being
his
like,
vision for the game,
I'll take
we
on the whole
knew
team.
We would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it
skin
was
texture
in,
looks weird.
what kind of arc he was
Sorry.
going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world
Todd
to
Howard
make
is a
this?
short
And
king, okay?
It was my
I'll tell
friends
ya.
at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little
Really?
bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response
They
was
listened
just
to us, that's a lie.
overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting
Bethesda, can you
and
go
supportive
away?
of
Yeah.
everything that we want to do with the game.
Although apparently
It's been
there's a
long
big update
time.
coming to
I've been a
Starfield,
fan
so-
of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our
Why is
first
his
look
eyes red?
at the new Indiana Jones game.
Have you been crying, Todd? Listen.
Let me tell you what you
No nomination for Game of the Year at all. Bullshit.
Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless
They're leaning on their Nazi roots.
I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning.
Sweaty.
Instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Ew. So they didn't make a new indie. They just took the guy's face. Okay. I feel like it's Uncanny Valley always for me, but it's cool. Again, I'm not the demographic for this, but it looks neat. I trust Machine Games to satisfy this type of person. Ooh, beautiful.
Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs.
It's weird, now that you mention it, this does look like, oh yeah, Machine Games, the creators of Wolfenstein, of course this would work with Indiana Jones, you know what I mean? But beforehand I was like, what? No way.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Every time I see his face, it throws me off. It's like a, is this nice or hideous? It's kind of both. Ooh!
Throughout history,
oh fuck that.
Mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Okay, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just so funny.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me.
You see, like, texture of the violence that they're so known for, but then not so much.
What do you mean if I
First person Y or RIP says random. Ooh, the melee looks sick. Yeah, the set pieces I think are where it's gonna pop off. I think, but also I think this could be a game that's like not Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Just like a cool find lost treasure kind of game.
Angels. Protector of the Circuli Magni. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
Just because something is old, meaning it is valuable.
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people.
How are you doing, Lone, by the way?
Everyone
No one
here
asked
at the
you.
studio has their own
Hope
indie
you're good.
stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist. He's a charismatic
fuck?
everyman. He's passionate and determined.
All right, let's
and
relax.
for us, he's
Let's calm
synonymous
down.
with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana
I have
Jones
never
story for a
seen
modern gaming
someone
audience.
talk about Indiana Jones
Our game
like
is
they've
all
talked
about
about
putting
Star
you
Wars,
in Indy's shoes, letting you
fucking-
see and feel what he sees and feels.
The Fifth Element, even like
For
just
us
something
at
else.
Machine Games, we do that best.
I know it's
through
like
first person.
recognizable.
It's the ideal perspective.
But I
to
don't
bring
think
you
it's
into
Jurassic
the rich,
Park.
exciting,
I think it's like
interactive
Star
world
Wars,
we've built.
Jurassic Park.
We believe that
maybe
being
Indiana
up close
Jones.
and
You know what I
personal
mean?
to the adventure
But-
is key, making each action feel like your own.
It looks great. I think it's weird that it's called Indiana Jones. I
Whether
mean,
it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight.
All right,
All
fuck.
of these moments
Shit.
are much more intense.
to
in
squeeze the
first
life out of a
person.
living human
But we
being.
still want you to have those
As
moments.
the life flickers away
Seeing
from them,
his
they
iconic
twitch
silhouette
as they
with
die.
a hat,
Just
whip,
what?
and so for things
Fuck.
like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third person.
Red! Look at that! You pull
Indiana
the camera
Jones
back.
and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in
Doing
and
good,
rushes
that's
to
good.
confront the thief in the college museum.
Oh, we gotta talk about
The
that daily upload
mysterious
stuff.
giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
It seems interesting. I could see if you like had time to play. I think it's just one going to be overlooked because I don't think many people think like, oh yeah, an Indiana Jones game. I think it does less than it does more. That makes sense. But I think if you were to like not
We
call
always
it that,
talk
and
about
you were
how
just to get into it, I
clever
think you get
Indiana
into it.
Jones is. That had to be
I
one
could
of
be
our
dead
guiding
ass around those, I
principles
don't
when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be indie if he wasn't using
Like,
his
just
wits
go
to
and
get
get
through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
I love puzzles so much. It's my favorite part about a
there will
game.
be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying
Want
a
Uncharted
different path
treatment?
through the environment to get around enemies.
Do you trust Naughty Dog,
observing
though?
enemy
To
patrols
do
and
anything
using
like
them
that?
to your advantage. Or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas,
Uncharted,
and
like
beyond.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
We look carefully
everyone
at
was saying
each
a long time
location
ago.
and the time period the game is set in.
That kinda makes
and we're
sense.
trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
Like if there was these
We
massive
love
set
creating
pieces,
rich,
where
vibrant
like Indy
worlds.
was
And in
sliding
this
as like a
game,
car
we
was
also had the goal of
falling,
making it feel
breaking
like a
apart
true
behind him, like shit like
cinematic
that.
Indiana Jones adventure.
Granted, I still think
One
this
of the
is a good
biggest
game.
ways to do that
Yeah, I mean,
is with the music.
like I feel like all of us were to be able to play this game. I still think it'd be like I had
John
fun.
Williams
You know what
is
I
the
mean?
original
I just don't know if
composer
it's.
for the indie films, and we're
I don't know if
really
anyone's gonna give it a
lucky to have
chance.
found Gordie
That's what I'm
Howe,
saying.
a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game.
Lone
and
says,
making
if
a
I were to
movie."
wish for a movie tie-in
Of
game,
course, our characters do a
Indiana
lot
Jones
to
would be at
help
the
bring the world
bottom
to
of
life
my
as well.
100
Next
list.
to Indy, Gina
Okay.
is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake
Cute.
in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative
outfit, like that
reporter
outfit
who
a
has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor.
By the way, I
Their
do like
paths
this.
are intertwined, and they'll need
I do like
each
this like kind
other
of way of
in order
showcasing
to get
games.
to the bottom
Instead of just a
this
trailer, we're
mystery.
getting a deep dive and like actual gameplay clips.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Clarity. I just don't have a dog in this fight, so I'm kind of like.
We always love
Letting shit
our
go, man.
villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the
Very
human
sweaty.
mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under in the skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our models for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
He's really smart. He
is
really gets under your
adventure
skin.
first.
Meanwhile, he's
But
like,
in every
"Fucking,
indie
I hate
adventure,
this guy
there
so
are
much."
always those
You're like,
moments
"Alright."
where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe
That's gonna be a
just pick
thumbnail
up
for
a
sure.
shovel
Someone
and
punching
whack them on
someone
the back
as
of
their
the
face
head.
contorts.
And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment.
So
you can
fast.
use it as a distraction.
So fast.
And yes,
Let me
you
hit
can
the wall.
absolutely
Meanwhile, the
use it in
fucking
combat.
sound comes from the thing.
Everything
You hear a
you'd
loud,
expect from
concussive,
Indy's whip. And
sound-breaking
hopefully
whip.
a little bit more.
And you're like, where did that come from?
Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously,
You
there are a
give someone a
handful
heart
of
attack.
puzzles
Oh,
on the main
fuck.
path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for
Whippers
the
are
players
loud
who
as
want to
shit,
experience
boy.
them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of
Naughty Dog can go away.
interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
They sacrificed a design document for for Starfield because Indiana Jones game? Really? Or is that a joke?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I don't know. I
want to
don't know.
thank you all
I really like
for
Indiana
joining
Jones.
us for our big reveal of Indiana
The
Jones
Kingdom of the
and
Crystal
Great
Skull.
Circle.
Yeah. I know
Machine
Indiana Jones
Games
movies
is
are great.
known
I just
for
don't know if they're
creating these roller
like.
coaster experiences with
I think they're good
huge set
movies.
pieces,
Not like
surprising twists.
when you
and
watch
immersive
Star Wars, you
narratives.
want to be in that
It's
world. You know what I
exciting
mean? Like
for
I
us
don't have
that
the
we
urge to
been
be
able
indie.
Stay so
You know?
true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic
But to be like
experience
Vader
while
or some
still
shit,
being
not
able
Vader
to
probably, but
showcase
to be
what
another
makes
kind of
us us.
Jedi, you're like,
we
yeah,
are making
absolutely
a
sick.
game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year. And we cannot wait to share more soon.
You know Todd Howard was waiting back there for 20 minutes. Old ass back getting thrown out and shit. Eat that, Todd Howard. Yeah, man. God, it's fucking loud. Yeah, man. It's so weird because, like, I think this is going to be a really good game, but the way they talk about it within this presentation, which probably is like, I guess makes sense, but to me, it's just like Indiana Jones is like the most fucking beloved franchise in the world, and you're like, what? Sure, it sounds. Oh, is that it? Yeah, you fucking liars. Oh wait, maybe not. I thought they were gonna be like, hey, people were saying that there's not any like tease. No, like, you can get this right now.
Should I take one?
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
I can say, guys, nips through his shirt. I've been there, bud. Been there almost all my life.
Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art
Pointy
with game-changing
not great.
tech.
Yep,
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to
turn
rule.
this down just a little bit. It's kind of coming hot for me.
Stay happy.
Avowed.
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
I love it. I can't wait.
aren't just playing as
I hope there's like
you
gauntlets,
are
so unarmed
Indiana
combat and
Jones.
about. That'd be nice.
My name is Masaru Oyamada.
I wish this game was the baseline for graphics and stylization. That was it? Damn. Well, maybe. They did say it was 3 hours. So, I don't... Maybe like, I think they're going to go the deeper dives, but we could just shoot the shit for like an hour or some shit, talking about the games and stuff like that. Also, I want to talk to you guys about a lot of shit. I want to talk to you about Pale World. I want to talk about the nightmare that is daily uploads. And I want to talk to you about another VR game. So we got shit to talk about, all right? Thanks for watching. Kind of sad that there wasn't like a sweet drop, you know? Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. Like last time they were like, you can get Sunset, no, not Sunset, Lo-Fi Rush right now. Hi-Fi Rush right now. Boom. And no. Apparently no.
Adventure.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, no, that was it. The beginning said like, can I go like this and we see? Oh, I can't. But like you could see like the game
first
preview.
introduced the...
I'll show you guys. Give me a fucking sec. Give me one goddamn second. That doesn't make sense. Maybe I misunderstood stuff. But let's see. This. I can pull up this little guy right here. Okay, check this out. What the heck? Oh, also, yeah, you guys can see the fucking green screen thing. Wrong button. Sorry. Yeah, you can see this. It says 3P. Oh wait, no. I thought it said somewhere on screen where it was basically like this to this. Well, shit. Anyways, it's not. Let's go back to for base cam. Also, there's dead silence. We hate that because we hate just our thoughts, all that. There we go. Play. Get nope. All right, guys. All right. We're just gonna have that playing in the background while we talk about probably Pale World and a bunch of other shit. Let me know if you guys gave a shit about anything you've seen. I feel like we're all kind of like, yeah, right, yes. Oh, I do. I'm hyped for Avowed. I know it's not for everyone. Actually, I do think it's for almost everyone. I do think it's like for most people. But red is like, I know, which is fine. All right, let me move this here because now I'm no longer lined up properly. My boys, how are you? Hopefully your day was good. Sorry for like the 2-minute showcase. I thought it'd be longer. I heard people say that it was much longer. Granted, I don't want to complain too much because I do very much prefer this. I prefer that it would be much more of a like, let me actually showcase the games you're interested in, rather than like, here's 5 minutes of random trailers. Most of them are indie games that you'd have no interest in whatsoever. Also, these are kind of like anticipated games. Maybe with the one exception being like the Civ game, unless I just have no idea about like a fucking massive player base. But I think Civ games are like worth doing, but not like absurdly popular. But ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Hopefully you're doing good. I didn't get to say too much because we're watching stuff. I don't want to talk over everything, especially if people are really interested in a certain type of game. So I don't like to like overly dominate and talk constantly. There's always also time after the fact too, so that's good. The whip wasn't even attached. TOT, the wall. He was climbing. Yeah, it just swung it into a void. It just happened to latch on. I've not seen the last movie. I was about to say the last movie. Apparently, people are like, it's not good. But I also think most people are too harsh on movies. Fluff says the last part was a joke, but they didn't have design doc for Starfield. Really? Shit. Fluff says Disney, Lucasfilms makes all of their products undesirable now. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, what was the one game that like did it, that like was a movie tie-in? I think we're just starting to get into the era of like games becoming movies or TV series and them actually working to some extent, which is pretty neat. Red says, that's it? Damn, 3 hours? That's all? Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought it'd be a little more. I thought they would sprinkle in some like, let's chill and like look at some game design deep dives. But it was about like 40 minutes? Maybe? Oh boy, am I glad I streamed at 1 p.m. when I'm not as awake. We may jump into the finals if we can, we run a shit talk about, I guess. Because we're not going to be able to do finals Friday this week because Pale Wind comes out, which I want to talk to you guys about. I hate that we got interrupted because I was having a good time talking to you guys about the Pale Wind stuff. A Pale World. I keep saying Pale Wind, Pale World. Or Paul World. I'm going to say Pale World. Pale World. Red says, so yeah, that could have just been some trailers released on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, it's true. I don't think it really was a good event. Like, I think if we had 2 more or 1 more game showcase, then that would have been seriously cool. You know what I miss? I never thought I would because there was at a point in time where I thought like they were getting cheesy. But you guys remember when they used to just be like, we're going to, this was the stupid part, on stage live do a demo of our game demo. Which is ridiculous. Like, no, don't do it live where you can fucking mess up 1,000 times. No, give me a good run of your gameplay demo, but let me see the entirety of like a 10-minute gameplay demo. I don't need you constantly like laughing about how you almost got killed or something. I need you to tell me what's going on. And yeah, Pal World? Yeah, Pal World sounds awful. A Pal World? Yeah, that sounds terrible. Like, sound like, hey, it's Paul. It's Paul's World. It sounds like a fucking Nickelodeon thing. I don't want that. I'm going to say Pale World. And I will have people yell at me and correct me for a lot of times in YouTube videos and in streams. And, that's just going to pump up engagement. Okay? I'm just the worst. It's not actually my problem. It's just like some sort of dumb, super misguided also strategy. Raid says, those sure were games that are really... No one gonna get hyped for Vow with me? God damn you guys. Pal World. Okay, that kind of makes more sense. Pal World. Like, it's my pal. That doesn't fucking roll off the tongue at all still. Hey, have you checked out this new really good game called Pal World? just seems fucking weird. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, the Obsidian thing. Not that you don't like a game, but just that, like, they seemingly have very different types of games, like Oblivion. I can't think of the other 2, but I remember there's another one that I really adored. Shit. But remember them being pretty different. So it's weird when people do different things and yet you don't like either of them. It's kind of a strange thing, but who knows? Maybe Avowed might be the game. Maybe you get it like 5 years from now on a sale and like, fuck it, I'll try this garbage game. You play it, love the best game of your life. Fluff says, pal, like buddy. Yeah, no, I eventually got there. Like pal, but it still seems weird, like pal world. Like it just does not fucking like, you know, like Skyrim, you know, Oblivion, Morrowind. Oh, is that a trend? I don't know. Senes's Saga Hellblade 2. That one doesn't also. Hellblade 2 makes some sense, but the whole Senua saga, what Senahas? I fucking don't know. Anyways, Pale World is Pokemon. Yes, dude, it's Pokemon with guns. Let's do that, because no, none of us give a fuck about the thing. We're gonna be talking about Pale World. Let's pull up some Pale World. Forgive me for the corner of. Oh, I hit the wrong button. We are in fact not going to. We're right here. I have this in my watch later tab because this is what I was gonna ramble at you guys about. Oh, I'm technically in my other channel right now. I hope I'm streaming on the right channel. Oh, no, I am, yeah, because I'm streaming. Okay. Golly. Also, dude, I wanted to show you guys this as well. By God, have you guys seen the Withering Waves trailer, by the way? Check this show. Red, this is going to be a 3-minute Band-Aid, okay? We're just going to rip this off. You're going to need to tune this out for this gotcha heresy, okay? Have you guys seen this gameplay trailer? All the characters look so fucking hot. Okay. Anyway. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't let me forget what I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you guys about Pale World. Pal World. And maybe Withering Waves, we'll see. But I want to talk to you guys about the daily upload grind that I'm like fucking, dude, I can't, fucking Monday can't come fast enough. Okay. I should say Sunday can't come fast enough. I'm enjoying it, but it's like, fuck me, dude. It's so much. I also wanted to show you guys something, a funny clip that I got that I thought looked so derpy. Anyways, what was the other one? There's also Bulletstorm VR, which I thought you guys, but look how cool that guy looks. Also, there's a Woman that looks rad too here somewhere. But anyways, all the characters look sick. He looks fucking rad. It looks like a cool, like, a Joker vibe, you know, without being kind of cringe. But yeah. Does he turn into a goat? That's less good. That's less great. But to me, man, the design to me, as much as I like Tower Fantasy, I feel like this game beating it a little bit. Like, because I don't like it a lot. You know, sometimes design goes like fucking ham and it's like, let's integrate 15 colors. I feel like that's often what Genshin is. It's like just 15 types of teal colors smacked together. And then this one is more like, nah. Yeah, also look at this. You fight with a giant dragon head thing. Isn't that sick? The unfortunate bit of news is that it's coming out at the end of this year. So it's like please, no, God. But otherwise, very cute and neat. Yeah. Is this it? Are we getting close to the end? No. But yeah, the boss battles, the actual difficult combat seems really interesting. Also, the art style to me is more of what I kind of jive with, which is like a little bit more. It's like if Genshin just had a more of a darker tinge. And maybe it's also because I'm kind of tired of like the super stylized saturation colors, unless it like fits the world. But yeah, everyone looks absolutely fucking rad. Super good character design. They also look like they have fun abilities, you know what I mean? I don't know what their story is. Maybe they're all like McA-holes, and like I hope this game doesn't have like every character is edgy and mean because it's a dark fantasy. And I'm like, stop it. Please, get help. All right. But this is what we want to talk about, okay? We want to talk about, okay, no. we want to talk about Pokemon with guns, okay? Just like Skyrim with guns, but Pokemon with guns. First of all, I have not seen a male character, so I don't know if like male characters don't exist or if just no one is crazy enough to choose a male character one. This is the female Pretat, which is just like the perfect amount of like fit and also goddamn. Anyways, it's Pale World where you shoot. Yeah, you shoot Pokemon. I have, but yeah, it's also what a good game called Pal World when you're gunning down and enslaving your pals. What a good name. They're calling all of the creatures pals. Got it. That makes sense. Not Pokemon. That's why it's not called Pokemon or Pokemon World, but Pal World. Okay. It's because they're bootleg. Yeah, I got it. Red says, a lot of pals even look very identical to Pokemon. Yeah, no, almost identical, if not. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I had this on my watch. Yeah, watch later. This one? Or no, you mean the Withering Waves trailer? But yeah, man, this game, to me, we're going to be playing it tomorrow. Again, we're taking a break from the finals thing because I wanted to play this one because it looked pretty cool, too. This part is like classic survival stuff, but I'm not sure if he's going to get to it yet. But the stuff that had me kind of like super juiced is this it? Yeah, but basically it's when you start like, it sounds kind of fucked up, but you start making like an actual base in which you're like Pokemon are manufacturing things, and sometimes you have to defend it. I'm not in love with the defending thing. That sounds like a nightmare. But the whole like making your base and like having your Pokemon like till the land and stuff. Oh, I've yawning so much. It's cool. That to me is rad. Very into that. And I hope we get more of that. Well, I don't know, because I haven't played it. Maybe I hate that part of it. I will say a lot of criticism I have heard is people say that like for a game that is notorious for being like Pokemon with guns, it takes a while before you can get a gun, apparently. I also don't know. I don't know what the objective is, you know? Is it just like a survival game or it's just like survive? What does that mean? You just survive, you know, and that's it. You're like, all right, fuck. Like, do I like try to get better Pokemon? Is there quests? Apparently the tutorial is really good. Like it kind of holds your hand for a little while. Okay, my guy, let's relax. Jeez. Also, Grin, I did yesterday get E1 Blade on my 70 to 80th pull. And I got Dr. Rotos Light Cone. What is it? What is this? For what? For what is this? Is this E1 Blade? You said on your pull, so it has to be a Genshin game or like a gacha type game. Is this on Hoyoverse or what is it called? Star Rail. That's what it's called. Star Rail. Yeah. Damn. Nice. Is that good? I'm not 100% on that, but it sounds as if you're hyped. I imagine it's damn good. Lone says, oh yeah, I read that. Fluff says, Red says, but I've seen mostly meme characters with a stupid fucking proportions that annoy the fuck out of me. Oh, what, do you mean this one? Where you're seeing like a weird... I have seen someone who like ends up getting like a weird Pokemon and then it's supposed to be like on your shoulder because it's like a shoulder Pokemon, but apparently it's just like oversized because I think it can happen in the natural world, which I kind of love. But he just ends up having this fucking like gigantic Pokemon on his head, like with both feet on his shoulders, where it's supposed to be on his arm, but instead it's literally on both shoulders. Like he's like piggy backing this fucking thing. Fluff says it's a sandbox survival game like Ark or Ark Survival Evolved or Conan Exile, but with bootleg Pokemon that can use guns. Well, the only thing that to me makes me really excited for the game, like I really am interested in it. Apparently, it's 4-player co-op, meaning you're not gonna be in a world where there's like 15 fucking people that are just like running to kill you. You know what I mean? Which I think is really nice. Or you can actually have a server. This is what Red was reaching out to me and talking to me about, I think, which is you can actually have a server. Also, you can climb shit. That's so nice. It seems like it's a mixture. It's like the best parts of Genshin combined with the best parts of Pokemon combined with the best parts of maybe Ark Survival Evolved, which honestly sounds like a fucking amazing pitch. I like all of those things. And there's no gacha. Let's go. But yeah, apparently we can make like a big ass server. The whole big ass server thing worries me because I've never like ran a server. I don't know what it takes. Like, do you have to run on your computer? Is it like, do you have to pay like a monthly thing to a server company? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. Red says, yeah, Palewind is a Pokemon meets Ark Survival Evolved, but more polished looking with better animations. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the animations and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a bug. She's off. She's just gonna keep on cooking. You're gonna come back to reality. You're a million miles away. It's just shit. Also, this is early access, so like bugs like that are going to be a thing. But I was really worried like day one you're not going to be able to get in because server issues. But apparently not. I think you could actually have like your own individual world, which is nice. With friends if you want to have 4 people coming in, which is nice. Raid says, that sounds like Stara. Yeah, Stara. Third-person animations in Ark are some of the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, a little phoned in. Craftopia was their previous sandbox survival game. Some of the mechanics from that have carried over, polished. You can catch monsters and craftopie, but now it's primary foe. Yeah. Well, what gives me a little bit of faith is that that basically Xbox has backed them like big time. To me, that gives me some like okay, because yeah, Sony. There's no way in hell Sony would do this because they're also like like in that kind of realm of like Nintendo and doing business in that certain kind of way and all that stuff. But what do you call it? The fact that like I could see like when something enters early access, there usually has to be some way to like make a fuck ton of money. But if you're Xbox and you're basically like no, just we're gonna pay for you just to keep churning shit out. Basically, that's your job. Your job is to keep updating this game and make it better. That to me is pretty hopeful. So yeah, that way they're not like trying to do any sort of monetary weirdness. It's like, no, when you buy this game or when you get it on Game Pass, it's going to be taken care of, which is nice. Hopefully, unless they're just like, we got our money, let's leave. Fuck you, you know. Raz says, I would call it Ark Survival meets Pokemon because Ark has released 3 games and they're all, what? Oh, I don't dislike Ark. I like Ark Survival a lot. I shouldn't say I like Ark Survival Evolved. I think Ark Survival Evolved does a lot of interesting things really well. So like I think the game was one of the best games I've ever seen about constantly like giving content. Like here's a new T-Rex, here's a new armor system, here's a new gun system, here's a new base building mechanic system, things like that. So yeah, but I the previous other 2 games after Ark, I heard people say that were Garbo, but yeah, I think to me, those things excite me because those like regardless if you hate Ark or not, I like the idea of the mechanics regardless. You know, did that Pokemon just get blitzed? Holy shit! Oh no, that was someone. Okay, that maybe hers. No, it decided to kill. It just decided to kill. Red says, I like thick characters, but it's kind of shit is stupid as fuck. What happened? No, I mean people making characters with stupid large legs or arms or whatever that do not look right. Oh yeah. But that's the charm of Ark Survival Evolved too. That was one of like the funniest things, which is also probably why Ark Survival Evolved did kind of well. Was that it like embraced the memery of everything basically? Like you could make the stumpiest like short guy with super bulbous arms that like clip through every armor ever, but the devs were like, idiots want to be idiots, let them be idiots. And you can have like the most sexy character you could possibly want, and your homeboy could be looking like a fucking plague victim or something horrible, and that's okay, you know. Let people choose their fun, I guess, which is cool. They did the same thing in Ark that allows you to slide. Yeah, the sliders have no cap, essentially. Fluff says, most content creators / streamers have the incessant not need to make a freak. Yeah, most content creators have the incessant need to make a freak of nature. I agree. I don't know, man. I don't have the idea, like the desire to make a freak of nature. I have the desire to make like a nice looking, Pokemon trailer to explore the world, all that kind of stuff. But I also think that's not as good. What people want to see is this. They want to see like the most attractive female character that you're going to be streaming and playing with for a massive amount of time. And I don't know if I'm going to make that. You know? Oh, my body. Oh, also, there's got to be some sort of like gender bender serum that you can take from like a rare Pokemon that just switches your gender. You know? Fluff says, Ark has gone downhill heavily over the year. Yeah, maybe. But also, I mean, man, if you were to take the first 5 years of Ark or 4 years of Ark, I mean, if Ark's like a 10-year-old game, like any person that's been playing a game for 10 years and is still like, it's the fucking best. Wow. You know, Like, even just the law of nature of like, this is at some point gotta get boring for you, right? 10 years in, goddamn. It's been acquired by another dev/publisher and re-released as Ark Survival Ascendant. That's less shitty. That's like a way to keep the price maxed out, which just is just a rebrand essentially. Well, that's dumb. That's real dumb. They'd rather sell maps and other DLC repackages and sell the game again. Ark had a solid enough foundation, but the devs are yeah. Well, that was what surprised me. Like I get that at that point, I think you're like, after you're done doing, like, let's say you have 6 years of development, which are support with maybe, let's say it's 7 years in total. So maybe you like take 2 games to like get out of early access, then you launch it, and then you add more stuff over it for that. Like at some point you should just stop. You should just make a new fucking game. Like they should have done Ark Survival Evolved 2 and then went away for 2 years. Let people get bored. Also, if you've been making content for like 7 years, most people aren't gonna be able to consume all that. So eventually, even on the downtime, it's not actually downtime. But anyways, I feel like at that point, your best bet is to just step away, get after it in a different way. You know, make a sequel to the game that people loved, and let them get bored or sick. Let them not get so familiar with the game anymore. You know. Also, what's good, Beastie? It's been a minute. Beastie says hello. How are all of you beautiful people? Says Beastie. Fluff. It's funny that you mentioned that though, Fluff, because I always thought that Ark was one of the better sales pitches. Like Ark was one of the best examples of early access because you paid for like a $20 game that over the course of time became like, oh no, this is actually like plenty. This is plenty worth the money. Within like I think 2 or 3 years into it, and then it kept doing that. I stopped following Ark right as they implemented like the Iron Man mech suits and the like Techno Raptors, Techno Jurassic, whatever. That's when I stopped watching. But I remember being like, that game, if you got that game for $20 and you're still playing it now, and they're continuing to like dump a ton of like weird shit like armors and like techno dinos and techno armor and all that stuff, going to the Stone Age to fucking alien weaponry. That to me seemed like a really good game offer. But like you said, if they've kind of pivoted on that and tried to extract as much money as possible from their players, then that's less fortunate. But in my head, it's still a good example. At least the first couple of years of the game's development is like a really good example of early access working. 8 hours to tame a Rex, 3 seconds to have it die. Yeah, well, that sucks. That's why modders, I think, also saved the game, where like it was like, hey, yeah, you could crank up the harvest rate to where like you got like a big ass. I remember back in the day, you got like a big ass dinosaur, and you do like a tail whip, and then you just get like 1,000 berries, 1,000 everything, and you were set. Fluff says Conan Exile went the same route of advocating over quality. Avarice over quality. Oh, I see. BC says, hey, GTA 5 been going on for 10 years, and it's still going strong. Yeah, but have you played that, or have you taken a break for like some years, or even some like heavy months, and you're like, all right, I gotta fucking play something else. I'm talking if you're like playing a game as your dominant game for, yeah, hell, even 4 years, 6 years. I feel like at some point you're starting to be like, all right, even if they gave you new content, it's like there's still what is there is getting a little bit much. Problem is the Ark's dev showed their hand pretty early on. Oh, I didn't get any of that from like my. I was just watching a content creator play the game, so yeah, because my PC couldn't run the Ark Survival Evolved at all because, like what Red said, it was always a dodgy. What do you call it? Performance game. Oh, I didn't know the content was less and less like a free update. I thought a lot of it was a free update. Also, are you sure about that? They showed their hand pretty early on, because I remember for a long time it was just free updates of like I said, the mech suits and all that stuff. And that was, I think, at least 2 to 3 or 3 to 5 years in, I thought. Love says, BC says, also, what the hell is this game? This is Pokemon with guns, my boy. Beastie, this is Pokemon with guns. Look at that. Look at that. What happened? Oh, this is just the guy's outro. should go back a couple things. How is the character creator? I'm not sure if there's titties, so let's be careful. Ah. Oh. So BC, it's been a while. It says Lone. BC says, Lone, you beautiful bitch. Ross says, also Grin, are you looking forward to FF7 reboot? Nah, man, I missed the Final Fantasy hype train. Same with Zelda. I never got into either of them. I shouldn't say I never got into them. I just missed them. I was a Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank kid. I never got to play those games. Honestly, part of me is happy I didn't, because they look kind of scuffed when I look back at old footage. Like, even back in the day, you can look at Jack and Daxter 3 today. Shit still looks fire, okay? You go back and look at like Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy game, looks like you're watching fucking puppets, okay? Gross, like 2D puppets, okay? Zelda looks fire. Zelda looks like you could still fucking, yeah, Zelda looks good still. But no, Warframe is still, yeah, Warframe is one of the, Warframe might be an S tier game. All right, Warframe might be an S tier early access game, all right? But Warframe is also like just a freak show as well. They're like they're one of like the few people that I don't think any developer, like, even though they've technically done it, I don't think any developer feels confident in doing it like they're doing it. Which is like the fact that they came out and were like, yeah, we'll just create like an economy in game, to where like you can basically become like, you can actually practice like genuine stock trading skills by like investing in like materials that you know become more valuable, or like a business that you know will generate money, aka Necros, that will help you generate pieces to then sell on the market. The fact that they made a whole ass fucking economy in a video game, like, genuinely, is fucking wild. Okay, but yeah. You know what's fucked up? I think Destiny, if it made a few, if it was just a little bit different in terms of like its monetary approach, it's the greed, and just the content churn rate, I think Destiny could have easily also been like an S tier game, as far as that is concerned. Like, you know, like content delivery and stuff like that, like early access, live service, whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. But it just made some real fucky choices, and I don't know if it can ever be that anymore. Love says, GTA 5 has released onto 3 console generations, never released content for a single player, and monetized the hell out of the game, making the grind miserable without forking out your money. I heard, apparently, I had the same sentiment, Fluff, but apparently Red was telling me that it's actually not that bad. The money grind in the last like 2 years has been significantly lessened, to where like you can get a couple million in like a couple hours, or a couple hours. Red was telling me that it was much faster. But I think we came up with the in the GTA Online mode, where like it was, I have the same like experience as you, where I was like, it was a nightmare. Like I feel like the game, I came in, I left GTA Online right as shark cards were starting to become like more and more apparent, and that's when they were like making like weird rocket cars that were like $1 million plus, and it was also, you had to grind like for like 3 weeks straight just to be able to get one of these cars, and I was like, fuck that, you know. Although there's a lot of good things that GTA does. Like, again, like I think everyone gets hung up on monetary stuff, which is good, but which is a good like sentiment to have. But I also think that like GTA, its map editor, like the fact that has created just a map editor in general, dude, creates so much free content for players. Also helps them like dip their foot into like becoming a game dev and like actually using like Unreal Engine or any other mod tools. So it's just like a good entry point for people to get excited to be able to build these things, and then to make the jump into actually massive engines, and then maybe even game development and things like that. I feel that I stopped playing GTA so long ago. Crazy to think it's been going for so. Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, okay. They released a DLC in early access. Gotcha. What's tricky, man? Because what do people? I don't know. I don't know the whole thing with ARC, but I genuinely don't know what people want from monetary stuff. Do people just want to play a flat $60 deal price tag, and then you'll get only whatever the game will be? So if you like the game, well, then you'll just have to replay it, because we're not going to make more content for it. Do people like you pay full price for a game, and then we will sell you DLC, but you can also ignore the DLC that we sell you and only pick the ones that you're interested in, and then you technically spend less money? Or do you want us to make a free game and then have like skins and maybe some other kind of, let's say, slanted monetary practices that can like that make you want to buy and spend money on these things? But you get everything for virtually free. Like I don't know. I feel like it's tough because I think like everyone wants something different. I kind of just want to not have to be like $200 in the hole while I play a game for 2 months. You know what I mean? I would ideally like to play a game for 2 months and to have spent hopefully $20. You know what I mean? That's why I don't hate the free to play like live service games, even though I know Red and many others hate them, because to me, I always can control. I don't have to spend money. Like, I've still yet to spend a single dollar into the finals. And if I did want to spend money in the finals, I think I'd only be in the whole like $10, $20 by getting a skin that I wanted. You know what I mean? But it's on me as a person to be like, I can choose whether I don't want any of this shit, you know? But also I know that there's like it's made to make you want to spend as much money as possible. So I get that there's like this is bad in a different way. You know what I mean? I get it. But I oftentimes don't know what people would want out of the whole lot, because I've heard a lot of people say that, where like, I just want a full price $60 game, that's it. But then I'm like, yeah, man, what happens if you fucking love that game and you want to play much more of it? Like, in a perfect world, you would basically have somebody, you have a game, you have Skyrim basically, you have a game that's $60 game, fucking big ass game, and they give you mod support, so that basically you have endless content anyway. That's the fucking dream. That's like the true gamer dad. I'm looking after you, taking care of you, and then leaving basically, doing my job, getting out. That's the shit. Okay, that hasn't happened in fucking forever, my guy. There hasn't been like a mod kit for anything. Okay, yeah. So what's good, Sparks? Sparks says, hey Grim, dropped my PR in the finals last night. Got a 32 kill in one game. Golly, Sparks, buddy, I haven't had a chance to play anything. I haven't had a chance to do anything this week. I'll tell you guys why in a bit. I'm doing the whole daily upload thing. It's just leaving me knackered, okay? Kicking my ass. Crazy to see how Warframe is doing better than Destiny when that's the one game everyone compared to it. Yeah. Like it's this little trash big bro. Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding. I was there too, and I was always just like, Warframe's great. What are you talking about? I do like first person over a third person though, but not by much, but still. Red says, and yes, making money through gameplay is easy and fun. IMO in GTAO. Okay. Oh yeah, in GTA Online. For the most part, Digital Extreme has handled their game far better than Bungie with their... Yeah, no kidding. Spark says, I can't wait to play... Me neither, man. I can't wait. I hope I have time to play it tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk about this now, guys. Sorry, let's take a pause. Actually, no, we talked about the whole money thing. Let me round that off. Warframe 2013, Destiny 2027. Yeah, and still has beaten it. That's wild. That's wild. That makes me love Warframe even more. Yeah, me too. That's crazy. It predicted Destiny 1 to 2014. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Love says most games don't have official mod kits anymore. I know, but that's probably why. Is because it's like you've basically given your community an amazing deal and more, essentially, infinitely more. There's a reason why Skyrim is like one of the most played fucking games on Steam. It's because it's like, yeah, there's endless shit to do. Most of it's just putting mods in a folder and then never actually knowing where they are when you're actually in game. But anyways, BC says, "Holy shit, Warframe is over 11 years old. That's crazy." Fluff says, "Had an overly obnoxious teammate in Paragon earlier. Sorta wish we didn't win the match as it just validated their toxicity." Yeah, man, that's tough. That's like the worst part about those competitive games. That's why, like, to me, the finals, which is brilliant, by the way, the finals, like, with you even just without you going into the settings, has microphone and text off, so like no one can engage with you at all, which is awesome. Because like there's so much shittiness that can make you hate a game, especially when you're just learning it. where people are toxic as hell. They're like, especially the finals, where it's like it's somewhat a team-based game, so people can like eat you alive for like making a mistake, because theoretically it's not you, it's not them, it's you, because you made the mistake or whatever. So that's why I'm yeah, people can really ruin your experience in multiplayer games. That's why it's best to just have it all muted by default. Okay, it's funny because I seen a video of like a person being like, the title was "Use Callouts," and I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm not using shit. I'm playing Banquet, and I know there's matchmaking that's like that's skill based, but just kind of skill based. I know the guy who I'm playing with is just as bad as me, because he has I have 5 kills and he has fucking 4 kills. So yeah. And I'm happy with that. I'm totally happy with playing with somebody who's like equally like, we're just trying to do our best until we can understand how to thrive in this game. Why are you building it right here? Sorry, yeah. But he says 100% would have thrown that match, Fluff. Yeah, it just pisses you off when people are toxic like that. Yeah. Fluff says most modding is a community effort. Some games are just better at being modders than others. Yeah. Also, I do think it is the uniqueness of the game that sometimes permits modding. Like sometimes if a game is just like anything else, then whatever. But I noticed that Bone Lab, despite it being kind of like a lesser Blade and Sorcery in a lot of ways, just in terms of its like physics engine and all those things, it's still just unique enough in terms of its art style, in terms of its like the physics that it does have. Like there's driving mechanics in it, so it's doing a different enough things to where modders are like, yeah, we're gonna go here just because it's unique enough, you know. Fluff says the heyday of Half-Life modding was fantastic because it wasn't just ports or assets and such. People were creating new games in games. Yeah, man. But that's Valve. That's Valve making their like $1 million. They're like, we're fine. Like, well, we don't need to make money anymore. We're just gonna make money through the collective selling of games. So then they enabled people to make so many games as easily as possible with the Gmod editor and stuff like that. But yeah, now I don't know what's going on with Steam, man. I still love Steam to bits, and like I think Valve is awesome, but I don't think I think they're kind of starting to be beholden to shareholders and stuff like that, because I haven't noticed them do anything like that in a while. Like they kind of come out with like the Steam Deck, but you can rationalize how that could easily just be made to make money. This was well before Steam. I see. So yeah, so even a better example, they were willing to put themselves out on the edge, take a risk, just to be able to make some. But also, I don't know. I feel like the whole thing that makes sense. Like if you're gonna sell a game that is basically just a game engine, then it's still just like it's the same thing as Steam. Basically, you're finding a different way to make money, essentially. Instead of you having to do all the development, you're basically enabling everyone else's creation and then taking a piece of that pie, which to me I think is the same thing that Steam is largely. Anyways, the point I was trying to make was just that, Valve in the recent memory has not done anything like that in a while, I think. With the Steam Deck, there is some like open source stuff, so like there's still some essence in that, but also I could understand that like the Steam Deck is basically like a really good competitor to something that's already popular, like a mobile game, a mobile device. Sorry, but yeah. BC says, I love how Skyrim community is self-aware too. They know the base games are not great with hella. Yeah, no, absolutely. Everyone's just like the Skyrim, especially, Skyrim also came out a long time ago. So like to me, I'm not sure if you're going to see a game that's that old and like that crisp, especially by today's standards and stuff. That's one thing I wish the VR community would learn, man. Like a lot of VR games are now coming out on standalone Quest with like low resolutions and all that stuff, and they're like making a point to like not make it for PC VR, but they don't realize that like all of the like the marketing that is endless and eternal and could always pop at any possible moment, which they do on YouTube. I can see the data. I can see a video that was from 2009 or not 2009, 2016 or not 16, it's like 18, whenever like the stuff was just coming out. Where like a video will pop off from like a channel that made a video of a game that never really did well, but because it was filmed in like higher quality and stuff like that, people go back and play in the future because it was a good video. Basically, people make games not for PC VR anymore, but that's the marketing to your game because that's where people make videos of your game for. Also, that's where modders make mods for. And they're like, yeah, but that doesn't make up for any of our sales. But yes, but it pushes people to then buy your game when they do get the thing, or even get them into the VR space. Anyways, I don't think anyone cares about talking about VR, so let's move on. This will be Valve simply caught lightning in a bottle with Half-Life, which itself was based upon the foundation of Quake. BC says Steam Deck is go. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they love the Steam Deck. Yeah, again, my whole point is that like I feel like Valve used to do more stuff that was just for like the love of the industry and game, and arguably they still do. I just feel like there hasn't been that. You know, like again, that's why people are so mad at Valve when it comes to the Valve Deckard, which is basically like their Valve headset. It's wireless. People are like, come on, Valve. Like, we know it's being developed. Just fucking release it already. And of course, maybe it's not ready, but people are just like, we need someone in the VR space at least that's not Meta, who basically, Meta's fine, but like the Meta is basically one of the most, I don't want to say mean things, but they might be like extraordinarily greedy. In terms of basically, instead of like what you should do when you're making a game or when you're making an industry, you're supposed to basically seed the earth. You're trying to like make it so that the environment, the forest, you're supposed to plant the trees. You're supposed to water them. You're supposed to grow them. You're supposed to let them grow. Meta is more about like, let's fence off this decrepit, barren as hell wasteland, and then throw a couple seeds in there and then warden off more of the place, basically. And then we'll sell we'll sell cars for people to go through the fucking barren forest at a lower price. Good, great. Rather than like, you need someone who goes into an environment and basically just does their best to seed shit. Just like, we're just gonna basically make as much content as possible. We're gonna try to make as much, make this as easy for people as possible. We're gonna make this as valuable as possible. You need people to do that, and sure shit they don't do any of that, which is ass. Valve simply caught lightning bottle. Fluff says Valve is allergic to number 3s. It honestly hurts my soul when they said we've been waiting on Half-Life Alyx sequel. When Half-Life 2 episode 3 and Half-Life 3 has been a decade on the whole. Yeah, no, I know. I know. To me, we'll talk about it in a minute, a little bit. About the videos I've been uploading this week. Yeah. Fluff says, frankly, I prefer Valve handling things as we release it when... Yeah, I know. To me, I just... Like, Valve is one of the few companies I think people trust, including myself, that they're good at that. They're good about, like, we'll seed the earth. We're going to basically tend to the garden. We're not going to harvest. We're not going to fucking dominate and, like, section off dirt that we don't even know how to fucking make. We're just going to basically seed the earth, make this a bountiful oasis where things thrive. And then, when Mother Nature has a massive leg up, then we can start taking some fruit. Then we can start taking some of these plants. Whereas Meta's strategy, seemingly, is just so ravenous. It's so like, I'm only going to do anything if it can make it so that I can section off a chunk of the ecosystem, and then basically dominate it until I can win. Which, yeah, it's tough. Counter-Strike is probably Valve's best game. Yeah, there's Counter-Strike 2, though. Do you play that one? I heard people say it's fine. I remember I seen a video of a person talking about the Left 4 Dead, and like Gabe Newell was basically saying like, hey, you need to every monster movie needs every zombie movie needs a story, like a thread. And the guy who was making the game was like, yeah, Left 4 Dead is basically like the story is you together, and it was like, like the guy Gabe was like, you need to have a story, and I think the guy was like, nah, there's not really a story here. I mean, although I guess it was, the story wasn't even a story, it was just like you playing a video game with your friends. So like you save your friend from a witch, or your friend detonates a witch, and you're like, god damn it, Tom, you son of a bitch. Which I guess to that point did work. I'm old. I was there witnessing such. This is says Fluff. Then it got ported to Gold Source Engine. Yeah, man. What do we call it? My first encounter with Half-Life was the fucking, was it green box or gray box? Orange Box. I think it's Orange Box, which did not run well at all. But hey, the physics in that was still cool, still crazy cool. Love says NCS2 is pretty much what Blizzard did with Overwatch. Oh no, oh no. That I didn't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you guys about this. So, for those of you guys who are unaware, we have a VR channel, and I wanted to challenge myself going into the new year. I want to challenge myself going into the new year. So we've done daily uploads for like 6 years of my time on YouTube. So I was like, hey man, I got that dog in me still. I can do the thing. And I knew it was a kind of a rough sell, even for me, because the videos I now make are like, they're way more than what I used to make. They're like, the editing is way more. The like the sound design is there now. The pacing is trying to be. The story hopefully is there. I think I mentioned that. But yeah, to where it's just like they're just significantly bigger videos now, with like me trying to compound as much value as I possibly can, so that you guys feel like there's more of a desire to watch it. We are on Thursday. I have a video for today, which is good. I have done nothing these last couple days but get up, make a thumbnail, edit the title, make everything, the description, all that stuff, upload the video, hit publish, we're good, and then immediately go film something. I wrote down ideas beforehand, film something. Something breaks. I get a little scared because time's running out. It's about to be fucking 9 p.m. Finish filming. Jump in, edit it, render it, then go to bed, wake up, make a thumbnail, make a title, try to come up with the next couple ideas, try to film 2 videos so that way I can get ahead. Now I can edit 2 videos tomorrow. Okay, it took way longer to editing that than I thought it would. I only got the one video up. Okay, I'm gonna film one more time, and then I'm gonna edit the old video, and then upload it. I have not done anything. Sparks came in here, and I was like, "Ooh, Sparks talking about the finals," and I was just like, "I haven't played her at all. Like literally, not one game this week." I haven't watched a movie. I've read a little bit of manhwa. I had like 10 minutes at night, and I read a little bit of manhwa. Oh shit. And yeah, can I just show you guys? I wanted to show you guys just this weird shit. Let me show you. This is one of the videos I filmed yesterday, and I just thought one of the images looked so fucking funny to me. It's just fucking dumb. Also remind me to upload a video and all that stuff before we end the stream. We're not ending it yet though. It's in the production. Come on, baby. Man, my fucking stupid external SSD is not great. There we go. This, is it this one? This might be this. Oh, too loud. Sorry. Okay. Check this out. This, is it this? No, where is it? Is it this? That looks so funny. This is the next Bone Lab video. Just Gary's mod flying by. I thought it'd be a really cool thumbnail to basically have like you looking down. Don't look at my fucking files. Why did that happen? Oh, was it but didn't that look so derpy? Why do I just teleport there? It's weird. There we go. Let's just go back 10 minutes. There we go. But yeah, I thought it'd be a really cool idea for you to be like looking down at like a giant summit, and then you holding like a skateboard, and then it being like, oh my god, yeah, it's a Skate 3 map. It's a Skate 3 map port from Bone Lab. It's fucking crashing my computer, by the way. It is running so shitty. You can see that skating, and the head just gets hyper elongated. Oh, and I just tried to get. I was so motion sick. This is all my random shit that I was trying to do, and this also the fucking modders are crazy. Oh, you like boys? You're a boy. Okay, okay. Thankfully, the Bone Lab community is really open to all those things, but this I don't know how it's gonna be. Also, I left my fucking mouse cursor on there, so I'm gonna need to blur that out. Anyways, this is me trying to get a goddamn shot to save my life. Yeah, this is me. Okay, we should use the 30 seconds. There we go. Okay, so this is me trying to get like a cool shot, and it's fucking impossible. Also, my feet keep getting stuck on the goddamn board. I'm like, this is the best we can do. I'm trying to roll. Because I have to ragdoll in order to get my body on there. So I'm just on my back like a turtle. Holy shit. And I can't even describe it, dude. Is it this? There's this moment right here. This is me trying to fucking do it. This is like the cool camera POV. We can do streams like this, by the way, where you guys can like, you guys, I'm saying some dumb shit. I think it'd be a funny bit as I'm like, I can't move. Anyways, this is not what I want to show you guys. Is it this? No, it's another version of me. This. It was so fucking angry, man. I was so angry. It was impossibly frustrating. Because I'm trying to do this like skate bullshit thing. The video is basically like, hey, this is all like the fun skate things I grew up with. And I remember in like, I'm not sure if it's Tony Hawk Underground or something like that, where there was this character that you could play in this skateboarding game, which had a wheelchair and he's just cussed like crazy. So I'm trying to get in this fucking wheelchair. Guys, I cannot tell you how it is a fucking nightmare. But I thought it'd be so funny coasting down this and then just fucking eating it. So I'm trying to kill this thread. Come on, me. I'm also trying to like, what you guys don't see, you guys can see my head's like that. Your head like gyrates and goes low and like falls into itself the whole time when trying to get in it. And it is just so goddamn frustrating. And then I'm like, put up your hands. Woo! And then I just fucking, I'm not sure if you guys can see it too detailed, but it's just like, and then I'm crawling like, oh god, my legs. Oh please no. Anyways, and then lastly, I don't want to spoil the other one, but yes, let's see. That's all I'll show. But anyways, that's the video coming. Not today. That's not today's video. Today's video is not. Today's video is actually one of the coolest mods I've ever found in Bone Lab. Not to be too, hypey, whatever you want to call it. But it is one of the coolest avatar mods I've ever experienced in Bone Lab. It's called the Terror Pack. Like if you're a modder or if you're interested in mods, what this person did, like just on a whim of like, here's the most overpowered, super intricate thing. Crazy. Fluff says, I gotta go and get some sleep. Thank you so much for stopping by, Fluff. We always love having you. I won't really have time to spare to play Pale World with you tomorrow. Yeah, no, I get it. Hell, I might not even have that time, Fluff. Well, until we stream it. I'm hoping I can do get rid of some of the tutorial stuff, so I'm not having to suffer through the tutorial with you guys. So I'm not just like reading for 20 minutes, or like making a mistake, not realizing that I skipped through the tutorial because I was getting antsy. Because we were just like reading chat, looking at the game, reading chat, and then we're still in the same space after 30 minutes, which sometimes happens. So I wanted to kind of get through some of the tutorial stuff, and then we could get cooking. Spark says, I just want some 128 tick server in Counter-Strike 2 to remove the bud stick system. Until then, I'm on Valorant. Seems like a good game too, man. People say good things about Valorant. Fluff says, but my first day at the job will be on the 26th, so I may be shifting back to the time schedule for my next day. Ooh, that's nice. That's real nice, Fluff. I feel like that'd be much better. As much as I know, like, night person, I still just think there's so much more of a cost to doing the night shift. Like, I noticed that no one ever wants to stay night shift. Like, it's almost like a subconscious thing where your body's like, you might be okay with this, but I'm not okay with this. Tony Hawk, who? Love says, I mean, the boy kissing meme is also a fur. Oh, is that what it was? Avatar you'd show. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, shit. Wow. BC says, Master Skate. It says, would you rather be the best at skateboarding or fishing? A master skater or a master... Got it. Got it. Yes, that's good. That's clean. Nice one. It's pretty clean. It says, I really miss Tony Hawk Underground 1 and 2. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of Tony Hawk Underground. It was the one where you could customize your own character. And, like, you start off as like a kid who was trying to make his name for himself in the skating industry, and you have to like build up your notoriety and shit. That was my favorite of the Tony Hawk games. I don't know if it's Tony Hawk though. I thought it was like, maybe it was Underground. I don't know. Yeah. Fluff says the Skate series was a highlight of the younger years. I wish it wasn't beholden to yeah. Well, the interesting, I love the story around Skate, where like it was basically a game that was like never really popped off. Tony Hawk games were always really the popularest one. Skate came out and it was like a really accurate like skating thing and all that stuff. But then it never really found its like legs. And then like a couple years later, or not, I shouldn't say, I just don't think it ever reached the success that it deserved, I should say. And then, holy shit, did what do you call it? PewDiePie made like a couple funny videos, just realizing how derpy the ragdoll physics were, and holy shit. Oh, that was Underground? Okay, yeah, the Underground series is my favorite then. But anyways, he made like one video, and he ended up like, it was one of the first things that showed how persuasive a person showcasing like the funnest aspect of a game that no one really recognized. Which is how derpy the ragdoll physics were. But like I remember seeing it was like an 8-year-old game, and then one person made a video of it, and it just exploded because people were all covering it. Because of course, if the most popular channel also covers it, everyone else kind of follows suit too. So everyone's saying goodbye to Fluff. But it says Skate XL is the skate game I played now. Ooh, okay. Red says, I love them because you could create your own character. I always had these badass aviators on. I was disappointed that you could never have, the only hairstyle that wasn't awful for the dudes was like this Justin Bieber emo cut, because all the other ones were scuffed, like you either had like crazy dreads or something crazy that you're like, this doesn't feel like I want to rock this. But ladies and gentlemen, despite the showcase being horrifically small, we did it. We streamed for about like an hour and a half, a little bit. I thought as soon as the stream ended, I was like, oh, we might have to jump to like finals or something, but we actually managed. Oh, also, I got hit with like super tiredness. Oh, also, guys, did I show you guys this thing? Let's just open up this real quick. Hopefully it won't fight me and throw it on the screen now. Let's see. Okay, check this out. Can you guys hear this? I think I got it to work. Yes, you guys can hear it. The cool sound. I'm still not very good with my pacing of my thingies. Also, that is just a trick. That is not like I still don't know all of my weird key things. But still cool. It's also cool how like you can just change. Yeah, I need to get my pacing thing right. Also, whenever I go to show anyone, like, isn't this cool? My body just goes. Did you guys hear notes? Did you hear that? I just want to see if it seems like it's going through. I see the waveform jump up. I heard it. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now when someone says me some question, like, have you seen this very unique anime, Grin, I can say, okay? Or, all right, and you get it. You know what the fuck I mean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can see you once again. Tomorrow we will be playing Pale World if everything goes to the right thing. Goes according to plan. What do you guys think? Actually, I'll ask you guys. Do you guys think we should play it on stream together with us just fucking dumb, not knowing anything to do, nothing? Or us slightly less dumb, because it's inevitably going to happen. Or what? I think it'd be best if I try. I'm not sure if I'll have the ability, because I still have to edit 2 videos today. And ideally film something tomorrow. We'll see. And yeah, also I'll have to upload a video. I'm gonna upload it and publish a video right now, so hopefully it can work. and all that. But I think I'll play it. I think I'll play it a little bit on my time if I can, if I have a little bit of a chance. And yeah, Beastie says, I don't know why, but I just finished an anime called Muscle and Magic that reminds me of you, Grin. It's funny you say that, Beastie. That was the next anime I was gonna watch. I ended up watching it, and what do you call it? I didn't really love it, man. Like I'm gonna try to like watch a little bit more of it before I really go ham. But to me, it's weird because it's weird because my main issue is that like the main character is super dead. Like he's just not very expressive. He's not very. I don't know if I want to root for him. You know, he's kind of like just hollow, I guess. But then everything around him is like so crazy, but it's also like kind of takes away the like intensity of the encounter. Maybe it's because I hate myself. That's what it is. Although fuck, I'm not swole man, whatever. So, Red says together make a private server for our community. I don't know how that works, Red. I think we could do it eventually. But I also have no guarantee that anyone is going to want to play. Like, I am not big into this. I'm just going to expect that people are going to want to play this game and also want to play with me. So I tend to, like, do things by myself. And then if people are, like I see 2 or 3 people are interested in playing the same game with me, then I'd say, okay, sure, then we can pursue going in that. But I don't want to go through all the effort of, like setting up the server and then being like, well, it's just me now. You know. Also, don't you have to pay for server uptime or something like that? No? Or is it just like a free server that you just ping to? I also don't love the idea that people are. Yeah, I think you can like give people a code that says like you can't enter the server unless you have that said code. Because I don't like people fuck with my own experience. You know, I want to have like my own experience. But he says, dumb fun is best. Yeah, to me, I guess like there's Konsuba, which to me really hits the mark of like really finding this fun balance between like pseudo seriousness and then fun goofy nonsense. But then Magic and Muscle to me always, I might just not be in a place to watch it too. Like I might not be in that mental game. Will the Share Your Grin channel finally get some content? Maybe? Question mark. Lone, this is a bad time to ask me, man. Real bad time. I had the ambition to do a couple videos, man. Like I had the ambition to want to. I ended up watching the final season of DMache, not the final season, but the last season of DMache, and I wanted to make a video about that. We ended up talking about. I ended up watching another anime that I wanted to make a video of, but then time goes away and I start to forget about that stuff because I'm just so bogged down by the Mind Palace of Mana channel. But maybe after we're done doing this week of uploads, I can be like, okay, here's the balance point between uploading more, but not that much more. Because that's, by the way, I want to kind of save my thoughts for the final video that goes up on Sunday for the Mind Palace of Mana channel, just kind of like talking about what's going on, my thoughts about the whole daily upload thing. But the TLDR is, I'm happy that it's possible, like it's really possible to push yourself and to make sure like you can hit all these marks. But I do find that I still make concessions for things. Like I'll be like, okay, well, I only have this much time. I can't spend another 2 hours or 5 hours on the thumbnail, which I know is like the most important. So I make constellations on what I know would be a better video at the end of the day, which I don't love, but I do think I could start putting out more content. I just don't know if I just don't know if it has to be daily or if I want it to be daily. Yeah, if it's not daily, then I can also do some content on the Share Your Grin channel, which it sounds fun too. Especially like I've gotten better at telling stories, so I hope I can tell a story about like how I adore this anime and what it does well and stuff like that. Because I also think that like the VR medium is not very like viewer rich. Like it's not like I think you have more luck finding a person that like stumbles upon seeing a thumbnail with their favorite anime than vice versa, you know, or than with VR. So am I buying Pale Wind? Let me know. Well, I'll let you know after tomorrow. Okay, that'll probably maybe a little introduction too to see if you want to be game. Also, I don't know if it's crossplay. I'm not sure it's crossplay. BC says, I think I'd like to like it because of how he's just a muscle-headed meathead who's stupidly honest in a world full of soft wizards who are more brains than brain. Yeah, that part is cool. To me, I think I'd love the premise so much more if there was moments where he was like, sure, like a meathead, but there were moments where he was clearly kind, where it doesn't even seem like I haven't seen many of those moments where like he always just seems indifferent, like whatever, you know. I'm like, yeah. Red says, I'm also gonna buy Pale One after you get your friend the TL, which by the way is such a nice thing to do, Red. I remember you messaging that and I thought it was such a sweet thing for you to go your way to get your friend an upgrade like that. It's lovely. B says definitely buying Pale Wind. Gotta be done. Yeah. I'm planning on buying it too. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for your time. Always love hanging out and talking to you guys. Tomorrow we will be playing Pale Wind, so hopefully you guys can tune in, and chat with me about it, seeing if everything is going to be okay, or help me kind of get through the growing pains. But I do think we'll hold off on making a massive community server until we at least can guarantee there's like 4 or 5 people playing, and that we can play together. Because some of you guys might be on PS4, and I'm not sure if the servers will connect in that way, hopefully. But if that is the case, then fuck it, we'll do a whole community server thing, and it'll be good. Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can see you again tomorrow. Thank you kindly for your time, and goodbye. Oh, also, there's a video coming out right after the stream, so hopefully you guys will check that video out if you're into VR. Good. Bye. It's also a long fucking video, so for those guys who want like a long deep dive, fun content, it's both a deep dive and just me shooting the shit and having fun with mod. So if you're like that kind of reminiscent content, then that's that too. But yeah. Oh, you're buying a thing from the gotcha, makes sense. Okay, I'll keep watching then, Beastie. I'll keep watching.